started. My dad introduced me to the game of squash at the age of 6. I loved it. I fell in love with it straight away. We moved to Bournemouth, and I managed to join the West Hants Club at the age of 8. Played, got a bit of coaching and got better, got invited to some England training squads at the age, sort of, you go through the county, you go for the regional, and then I got invited to national squads with Jonah Barrington, which is an amazing experience. And that's how it all started, really. There was a fantastic player called Martin Greenslade, amazing player. And sitting down watching him, and I just never forget my dad telling me he'd won 10 titles, 10 county championships, and my dad said, "Oh, quacky, that will never ever be beaten. I'll never be beaten."
And I said, "Well, you can, you had that as basically your incentive as time went on to try and emulate Martin, because no one thought that anyone could win, Clive was being so determined and so dedicated right the way through. He loved the sport. He had the talent, and I think he realised it. Mainly because from a very young age he was playing adults and beating them.
The most serious illness I had was a seronegative arthritis, of which seizes the joints, where it actually do get to a point where you can't move yourself. From when I first felt it to being diagnosed was probably 2 months. I think I was playing ill. I had 2 very hard matches that I managed to get through, and then it just hit me like a ton of bricks after. I was in bed and actually couldn't move. I found it very difficult to move, even to get to the toilet. Like, my wife would go to work and I would be struggling to make it to the toilet until they gave me some steroids, and then straight away that worked immediately. But it's just likely to hit whenever I'm sort of like low or tired, or my immune system is flat. And I did whatever I needed to do to try and get through that, but that was tough. I was really pleased to get through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am back. Nick, this is my wife and daughter.
Yeah.
It's going to be on TV, Amber. Yeah, you do. As a squash player, you do an incredible amount of training, and you're always wanting to look at the fine details and get everything right. And if I'm training for an event, I'll probably do anywhere between 2.5, 3 hours to maybe a maximum of 6, maybe 2 hours morning, 2 hours afternoon, 2 hours evening. That's absolute max. But generally speaking, probably 3 to 4.5 hours every day, between 5 and 7 days a week. And then gradually a bit, I won a few, and I thought I won a few more, and then I thought, oh, cool. Yeah, okay, I could do that, and then maybe take it on a few, see what I could do with that. So yeah, just something that motivates me and keeps me ticking, and I like a challenge laid down, and to try and go for that. Yeah, I've won 20 county championships now. I've won 20. When I was growing up, the tournament that I always wanted to win or watch or what have you was the British Open. That's the best of the best. British Open is probably for me, or for most people, is the biggest tournament that you can win in the world. Masters been in the age group categories. I was really, really pleased to win that. Yeah, all the other finals that I've been in or what have you, my family had come up on this time, and this time I just thought, yeah, no, I'll just go and do it. I'll just go and play squash by myself. No, my mum and dad normally come up and watch, and my wife comes up to watch and support.
British Masters, I would have loved to have been there. I wasn't, unfortunately, nor was Ange. We weren't able to get up there. But we were able to watch bits on the through the streaming or whatever it was that they had available then. So, and I had my family around as well, and that was fantastic. He did really well there.
But it was nice to give him the phone call afterwards, and
Yeah, it was just wonderful. And I was very, very pleased for him.
there's no one gets to the top echelons of sport or whatever they do, or whether it be in business or whatever, just by being naturally gifted. I think you can do a lot without being gifted at all, just by working hard.
They're close family friends. You're a Dorset junior champion, I'm right in saying, I think. How long have you actually been playing the game for?
Well, seriously, 4 years. But I first picked a racket up when I was 6.
Obviously it involves a lot of practice for you. Don't you ever get bored?
No, I find it very enjoyable. I think the sport's great.
You've got to be totally dedicated. You've got to have great belief in yourself. You've got to obviously train very hard. You've got to give up a lot if you want to be at the top in sport. And at the same time, be humble with it as well.
For those sort of areas, if you're looking at attention to detail, application and dedication, I think you will better your individual needs in any of those areas. If you look at those 3 aspects, I think you're going to be, and in looking to improve those, you're going to be doing a pretty good job. The only thing you can do is do your best on that given day, and if you've done that, that's all you can ask for. So, but to play perfect squash, it very, very rarely happens. Once in a blue moon.